Hey, Papa Frog here. We are here on the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind main campus, and I wanted to do a whole montage of some of the buildings because this campus is actually going away. Started in 1926 and it is 2026, so we're talking 100 years of history. The building behind me is the original superintendent's house. Some really cool history with that, especially during John Dillinger days and all of that. But this house is protected, built in 1926. It is a historical landmark. Let's go check out some other areas on campus. So not only is the superintendent's house protected as a historical landmark, what we have here is the bathhouse. This is actually where they used to clean and do all their things that they need to do hygiene-wise back in the day. Again, built in 1926, so the structure is 100 years old. Super really neat things here on the campus. Let's go ahead and keep going and find some other areas. Let's go. Here we are at the sports, I want to say complex at the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind. This is where it is really sad for me to see this kind of go away because it has sports not just for the visually impaired and blind, but for the deaf and hard of hearing students as well. We have a beautiful track, full football field, camp abilities for the blind and visually impaired has been hosted here. There was a camp for the deaf and hard of hearing here during the summer. Again, will no longer exist, but just a really neat facility and really great memories. Behind the camera, of course, is the main gym where we have basketball, volleyball, goalball. There is a pool behind there, a full inclusive weight room where our adaptive PE teacher was able to teach lots of really great things here on this campus. It is truly, truly going to be missed. All right, here we are at Kachina. This is one of the first buildings on campus as well. What's really cool about Kachina is it's got kind of that old Southwest look going on to it. But what I like about this area is we have our all-inclusive playground for all of our students, blind, visually impaired, deaf, hard of hearing, to enjoy. It's been so much fun watching these students play on this playground. And then behind that playground, of course, is our elementary school where kids were learning with their specially designed instruction. Just such a neat environment. Again, so sad to see it go. All right, what you're staring at is the Be Kind sign from Ben's Bells, all about teaching students to be kind, no bullying, and making sure that this is an all-inclusive, pretty much all respectful place. It is on our high school, middle school right now. Again, hard to see these buildings going to be empty in a few days, but just wanted to document all of this, especially our Be Kind sign. Thank you to Ben's Bells. Here we are at our Berger Performing Arts Center here on campus. We call it the BPAC, or just the PAC for short. This is where shows happen, performances, awards. Later on today is going to be graduation for the final class of this campus of 2026. We are fortunate enough that Saguaro City Theater Company is going to be leasing this building, so I'm super thankful to them to see that this building will still be used, and it will still be used by those who are diagnosed with a disability, and it's an all-inclusive theater program. Check them out, absolutely amazing, Saguaro City. So thank you to them. All right, we're back on the northwest corner of campus. I wanted to point out some of the buildings back here. We call this Old High School. When I started here, that was the high school. Really cool science lab in there, really cool computer lab. We did eventually move students to the other building, and that is being rented out. We also have a garden. At one point we had chickens on campus, which is crazy. What I loved about the garden is it allowed students to learn gardening techniques, and we were able to sell some of those vegetables. Just a really cool area for all the students here on ASDB. And then finally, I wanted to end this little segment with the vocational building. And at one point there was recycling in this building. There was a lot of areas in there that were being used that are no longer being used. This whole building is empty now, but just really cool experiences for all of the students. Let's check out one more thing. All right, here we are on the north side of campus. I got two buildings I want to point out here. We have the CTE building. What I love about the story of this whole area is this whole land was donated to the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind, the state of Arizona, and there was an original farmhouse on this property right where the CTE building stands. It was used for administration, things like that. Students would put their bags on the porch. Eventually they did have to tear that building down and they built CTE. It's a very state-of-the-art facility with kitchens, industrial kitchen, all of the, it's where the shop is, all of that. And then behind me is the cafeteria. That was built in the 70s, I believe. What's really unique about the cafeteria is the grassy area they built as an auditorium, an outdoor auditorium or amphitheater, and there is a way to put a stage kind of near the front doors of the cafeteria. And what's really cool about that is you could actually have a whole section, and they built it for sound. To my knowledge, it has never been used, but I don't know. But some cool areas on this backside. And then CTE also has a state-of-the-art nursing center for our students. So again, super sad to see it go, but it has been a privilege to work in these areas. I got one more building. It's the last building, I promise. All right, here we are at our final stop today. I do want to say there are over 30 buildings on this 55-acre campus. So we didn't talk about every single one of them. I just wanted to give a quick little insight of what this campus is about and who we served on this campus. This final building was also one of the original buildings on this campus, built in 1926. This was one of the buildings where the students were housed here, and there was classrooms in here. Over the years, transportation's been in here, art has been in here. It's been empty for about 10 years now, but again, wanted to highlight this building because again, it's 100 years old, as well as this campus. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. There's a lot more history with the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind. Look it up, get knowledgeable on it. We'll miss you.